All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Odd Socks Podcast, episode 0, the pilot episode. My name is Ben. I'm joined today by my lovely friend and friend of the show, Judith. Jude, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I can't complain, to be honest with you.
I'm very thankful that you're here because, unlike me, Jude actually has a life and does things. He's actually quite busy. I just sort of sit in my room and do not a lot. Jude actually does stuff outside of whatever you do.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm a pretty busy guy.
Somewhat of an entrepreneur, I hear.
Yeah,
businessman. You wear suits and things.
We do. When we've got business meetings, we have a little bit of whiskeys, wear our blazers and
wear
such.
Some jackets. And then by night, you're stacking shelves, pushing P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pushing all the P.
All the P.
You could technically say I've got 4 jobs, but...
I don't know if this... Wait, are you counting this as a job? I can't pay you, man. You're technically an unpaid intern.
Well, I mean, if we're counting this, then this is 5 jobs.
You're like that guy on TikTok, the guy that wakes up at 4 a.m. every morning.
He cycles around on his bike.
Yeah, he's sick.
Isn't it like Odd Job Jack or something? I can't remember.
Wait,
his name.
no, the guy in New York who
Oh, what?
Yeah, the New York guy who gets up at 4 a.m. and runs 20 miles and then goes into the office and has Supreme all over his office.
Isn't that Casey Neistat?
No, he's washed now. Those sunglasses could not hide that face for long enough. Have you seen him with sunglasses on?
No, he just looks like
he's just staring at, because it's eye socket is outward.
Is it?
He's got really deep eyes.
He's bug-eyed.
Yeah, he's weird. Yeah, episode 1.
There we go.
I got distracted already. It was episode 0. Technically, this is the pirate episode, pilot episode. We're not pirating anything. Before we get into the main topic of today, because we don't have a script, so we're just gonna mumble our way through everything. I want to get into why I'm doing this. Why I've decided to start a podcast. I like podcasts. I'm a podcast man. I listen to them on my commutes, on my walks. I like a good podcast. Lockdown was huge. Every YouTube group in lockdown started a podcast, and they get 7 podcasts a week. So every day I'd be like, "Oh, it's the episode." I can sit for an hour and I remember trying to platinum all the Uncharted games, and I'd sit for 5 hours and just listen to podcasts in the background to keep my mind from going insane, because those games are fucking hard to beat and they annoyed me. I've wanted to do one for ages, and me and Jude had a disagreement the other day, which we'll get into. What was I fucking saying? I've lost it already. Me and Jude had a disagreement the other day, and it's a perfect excuse to just debate it. But I thought, well, why would we just talk amongst ourselves when we can put it out on the internet for everyone to judge us? That would be so much better. And then, it would just brand deals, some rolling in, so much P. It's going to be great.
Moolah galore.
Yeah. Also starting one because I really don't want to go to university. I can't be bothered. And you know what? When I started college, almost 3 years ago now, I was I started trying to do YouTube, and I was okay, I'll give myself 2 years to get, because I've always wanted to produce content and stuff and be creative. And I was I'll give myself 2 years to get myself off the ground. And then as it turns out, A-levels actually suck ass and are actually really difficult. And I actually ended up doing quite a lot of work and got really depressed as well. So I just if I wasn't working, I was just wallowing in sadness and just didn't have the energy to do anything productive.
Yeah.
So then I finished college with flying colours, my ad. I like some people in the room. And now I'm everyone's gone to uni and everyone's being productive, and I'm sat you're doing so much cool stuff, and I'm just sat with a minimum wage hospitality job. And I'm man, I should be doing something with myself. And I was well, I could still, that podcast idea is still in the back of my mind. I was I should probably start doing that. So here we are. Hopefully this is my excuse to not be in student debt, and will still allow me to go to Spoons every now and again and get 3 for 5.
Absolutely sloshed the
Go nutty P, you know what I mean?
It's a good thing I started a podcast, because I got a couple of fucking things to say.
I
got a couple of opinions.
Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Don't know the frogs game, man.
Lizards everywhere.
Lizards, in order people to listen. They're all robots. They're run by robots, guys. And the water turns your son gay.
Oh god.
Don't let him drink the water.
Have
you seen Inside Job on Netflix?
No, but
it's really
it
good.
keeps coming off my suggested stuff.
You should, because they have Alex Jones in it. I don't think it's actually Alex Jones. I think it's just a guy.
I mean, there's no way you'd agree to it.
Oh, but it's funny.
Plus, he's been banned from everything. I think he's only just come back to Twitter.
I feel Andrew Tate would, if his ban wasn't lifted, he would do like a show where they take the piss out of him because it would give him money.
Yeah,
And that man's like, he's got to be broke by now. I can't. What you
What the fuck?
You're
What's
breaking
that?
my set already.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, this is the set, by the way. It's just my room. I've done my best to like lighting and things because I studied it at college, but it's just a mixed match. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm prefacing this now. I have no idea what I'm doing. This audio quality could be awful. It could be great. We won't know until it's finished. I won't know how to edit any of this, so I'm just gonna like fumble my way through and figure everything out as I go. So this episode is gonna be really shoddy. So just allow it. I'm doing my best, man. Also the name Odds. One, I need like a logo. I want like a logo on the wall, but at the moment I've got this like clapper board with Odd Socks written on it. And I don't actually know if that rubs off. I did try, but oh no, oh fuck. Does it not rub off?
It doesn't rub off.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get some anti-bac. Be alright.
Well, I don't know if Sharpies are bacteria though, mate.
Fine, it'll be fine. I'll duct tape over it and then like write on every show I'll like write on new duct tape.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Soap and water.
If you get to episode 100, it'll be like out here.
Yeah.
You could do one of those 100 layers challenge.
100 layers of duct tape for every episode.
Oh dear God.
But the name, I thought you'd ask me about the name off the bat because it's like a bit of a weird name. But you didn't. I thought you questioned me about it, and I just said to you, "Hey man, come on this podcast I want to start. I'm going to call it Odd Socks." And you were like, "Yeah man, sure. That sounds sick."
Yeah.
You didn't question me. No one's questioned me. I told my girlfriend, and she was like, "Yeah, sounds good." And I was like, "You're not gonna be like, what are you doing with yourself?"
I was just Odd Socks. I mean,
I feel like
I don't know.
The story behind it is because my sister, she likes to bully. She does this thing that older siblings do where she bullies me.
classic.
And it's great. I mean, you're the older sibling.
I am an older sibling.
Yeah, fuck you, man. And because I tell her that I listen to like indie music. I'm like other guys. I listen to Declan McKenna and the Arctic Monkeys and Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, like
God.
nobody's ever heard of.
Hey man, you ever heard of Oasis? It's pretty good. Blur.
You ever heard of Steve Lacy? He's really cool.
He's really cool.
He's fresh on the scene.
You might not have heard of him before. Yeah, he's pretty new. He's even emerging. But I tell my sister like as a joke, I'm like, "Oh, listen to indie music." She sent me a TikTok of this guy who he did a video and it was like POV, you're an indie band from the UK, and he just goes like, "Hey guys, we disuse doorbells, and this next song is The Kitchen Floor," or something like that. Or be like, "Hey guys, we're door hinges, and this next song is The Patio," or something like, they have like really obscure names. And one of them was just, "Yo guys, we're Odd Socks, and this next song is Doorbells That Don't Work," or something like that. And in my head I was like, "Oh, Odd Socks, what a shit name, like that's really funny." And then in the back of my head I was like, "It's actually quite a good name."
Yeah.
Like, and I said to myself, if I ever start a band, I'll call it Odd Socks just for that video to make my sister annoyed. And then I realised actually I have zero musical talent in any way, and I can't play. There's two guitars in that corner over there, and they're both broken. One of them's actually broken. The other one's broken in the way that I can't fucking use it. So it just will never see much use. I had my mate over the other day, he broke his hand playing hockey, and he was like, "I bet you I can play that one handed." And he fucking did as well.
Really?
Like he was playing Metallica with like one hand. It was ridiculous. But yeah, that's the name. That's the reason this podcast is called that, just to annoy my sister, really. And that's the reason I'm doing it, because I don't want to go to university. And everyone's mum and their dog has a podcast now. And if the world needs anything else, it's two straight white guys on a podcast talking about films and things. But also, Odd Socks, the name has meaning as well, because there's no plan for anything. Each episode is going to be random. Some episodes we might talk about films. Some episodes we might talk about life stories. Episodes we might talk about rating things or sports. We might have other guests. Hopefully, I have more friends than just you. I don't think I do, though.
No.
I might have to reach out to some people I know from secondary school and be like, "Hey, remember me? The kid you didn't like? Come and sit in my room on my sofa and
come chat shit with me
talk
for
to a
like
microphone."
however long.
But yeah, that's why we're doing it. Oh shit, is the camera not recording?
Oh, please tell me.
Oh god. Is it not? Wait. Movie recording has been stopped automatically.
Oh no.
To get back on track slightly. For the first time ever, me and Jude have had like a big disagreement, which is something that rarely happens. So basically, we're going to talk about Black Panther 2 because I know we're late to the bandwagon on this because it came out. When did it come out? It came out a while ago, didn't it?
Like, I think at least, like, it was 5th of November, I think
Oh
it came
wow,
out.
we're late then, especially if this takes long to edit.
Yeah, a month late.
Okay. Well, look, I didn't even know it was coming out. I'll get back to this point later, but there was like no marketing. I saw like one.
There was tons of trailers
I
and
saw
stuff.
I saw one trailer on YouTube, and then I saw like maybe one poster on a bus.
Did you never have it come up, like, do you never scroll through Snapchat stories and it comes through up in your...
No.
Like, as the ads?
No.
I had tons of it.
I got more ads for like buying Disney Plus because Black Panther 1 was on there than I did for Black Panther 2 coming out in cinema. Wait, I don't know if I said this already, but full spoilers because we're gonna it's been out for a month, so you should have seen it by now, but if you haven't, listen to Jude, he'll convince you to go, or listen to me, I'll convince you not to go because I didn't like it. Jude really liked
loved it.
which confuses me because you're like a film guy.
I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, but you like actually make films. I just watched them for like 2 years and pretended to write essays about random bullshit, and I hated it, and you loved it. And I don't understand how. Like,
I will explain.
all right, go on.
Okay, so I'm a big Marvel guy. I love the Marvel films, you know. And I feel like you can't say that you're a film guy if you like Marvel films, which really annoys me.
No, that's not true.
No, exactly. Thank you, because I think that they're fun.
They're good cinema.
It's just fun.
This is what annoyed me about studying film A level was because I did it on a whim because I couldn't be bothered for history because it was too much work, and everyone in that class was like a super massive film nerd. For fun, they'd watch like foreign black and white films, and obviously there's like a lot you can learn about filmmaking and whatever. But my hypothesis or theory, I don't know what it's called, but with films, is that as long as I walk out of the cinema and I'm like, yeah, I enjoyed that, like, fine. It doesn't have to have like a deep message about life and like the government and like love and trust and whatever. As long as I walk out and I'm like, yeah, good fun, like good action, like I don't care. Like people are trying to like get me to watch films that are like really deep and meaningful, and like I'm sure they're great. I just don't care enough. I want to sit down for 2 hours and clock out and just be like, oh, he punched him really hard. That's sick. And then you go home and not think about it again. Does that make me a bad film person?
I don't think so. I think it's down to the individual, really, and I think it's bad of people to impose that idea on other people because I think the same. I want to come out of watching a film thinking, yeah, I enjoyed that. I think that was good. It was fun. I had a good time watching it, you know?
Yeah.
That's all that I want to happen. So I understand there is a difference between cinema and a good film. Do you know what I mean? Like good cinema and good films are two different things. But that doesn't make one worse than the other. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't like when people like trash the Marvel films because I love them.
Yeah, they're just like, I mean, I didn't love this one. I like most of them. I really like the earlier ones because they're better. After post Endgame, I just don't give a shit. Like it's like the whole Black Widow film. I don't care. She's dead. Why do I care? She was fine. I don't need a backstory to a character that's already dead and has already been in 5 other films.
Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna act like every single Marvel film is amazing.
The last
Doctor Strange 2.
I haven't seen that still. Also because I just didn't. Again, I saw people's reviews and they were like, "Oh, it's pretty mid," and I'm like, after Endgame, apart from maybe Shang-Chi and Spider-Man, like, they've all just been wank. Also, Spider-Man, like, is it actually a good film or was it just nostalgia? Because I haven't seen it since I went to see it in cinema. And, like, in the cinema on opening day in the IMAX, it was sick. But if I'm worried if I watch it again and I know what's going to happen, like, I just won't, I'll be like, oh, it's not a great film, like, technically, I guess.
I will say it was brilliant. Nostalgia-wise and technically, Spider-Man had a great arc, and the film itself had real-world consequences. Like, the last two, the first one didn't really have any real-world consequences.
No, that's what
I
mean. The first two, yeah.
Like, didn't actually have any consequences on Spider-Man, the character. Yeah. By the way, Spider-Man is my favourite. Might sound basic, but is my favourite.
No, he's the best.
He's the best.
He is so me. I'm literally him. That's like,
yeah, for real.
For real. Oh, God.
Oh, God. I put that shit on jar. Yeah, no, but seriously, I mean, the last one obviously had consequences because everyone found out his identity and stuff. But this one was brilliant. Spoilers again. Aunt May died, you know.
Whoa, I haven't seen it yet, no joking.
Aunt May died, and he's now, at the end of the film, nobody knows who he is. Peter Parker is a nobody.
Yeah. He's just reset to classic comic book Spider-Man.
But that's the thing. He lives by himself
he's
now.
Kicking about
he's
now.
like, in the films, he's like 17, isn't he? He's not even What time did they go to college in America? I don't know. 17, 18?
I think it's the same as us. Okay, but look, I'm gonna segue this back to Black Panther.
Yeah, sorry. I just want to
because
say
we've gone
last
off
thing.
topic.
I just want to say last thing. I felt so bad for Spider-Man. Like I wanted to bawl my eyes out. I felt so bad.
So saying Spider-Man, that's why Spider-Man was good, because it had real world consequences. Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. Nothing fucking happened.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Nothing happened, Jude.
It did.
No.
It did.
Okay, look, right.
You can't say that nothing happened.
I liked the opening because they were just like, T'Challa's dead, because obviously rest in peace Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick
Boseman. I'm dissing his name now. He obviously, like, unfortunately passed away. Big sad. And they didn't, like, you know, CGI him in and, like, have him die in, like, a blaze of glory. They were just like, yeah, nah, he's dead.
That's not true.
That's what I like.
They did not go, nah, he's dead.
No, but they weren't.
This whole opening, Shuri was frantically trying to make a cure, because obviously Killmonger destroyed all of the Black Panther plants that turned him into the Black Panther. She was trying to find a cure for whatever illness that he had in the film. It's not disclosed.
But it's probably just like him. It's just like, bro, just had cancer.
Yeah, but she's frantically trying to like make this cure for
also,
him.
This doesn't make sense to me, right? Because the Black Panther like plant, it makes you like superhuman. How obviously he like unfortunately actually died, but as a character, how do you just get sick when you're like a does Captain America just like every now and again just go, oh guys, sorry guys,
I'm out with a cold.
I can't save you guys today. Just got a cold.
He calls in sick to the Avengers facility, like, I'm sorry,
like,
Tony, I'm not going to be in
I'm
today.
not going to be in today, guys.
I'm feeling real under the weather.
I just can't get out of bed. Like, I don't get how you, but, look, okay, yeah, and she's upset, right? Brother's dead, sad. And I like the opening, and then even in the Marvel credits.
Opening made me cry.
Really?
No, I wouldn't say it didn't make me cry.
It made me upset.
I was so close to absolutely weeping. Bearing in mind, I went to the cinema to watch this by myself. I was
like, you know, in Get Out when you're just sitting in the chair and he's like crying.
Yeah, I was almost like that. I was like, my eyes were welling up with tears. It's so sad. I was so sad when he actually died, though.
Yeah.
Because I love the first Black Panther.
Yeah, that's a great film.
So good.
Like, he dies, big sad, right? And then Shuri's like, it's like a year later. Shuri's still upset, and then what's the girl's name, the woman's name who is part of like the woman army? Okoye, that's it. And she's like, oh, we gotta go on this mission to get this girl. I'm gonna bring Shuri with me because I feel like it'd be good for her to get out, because obviously she's like depressed and like stuck in her own head.
Yeah.
And like, come on, get out of the lab, like let's go do a mission with me. Cool. Like, in that scene, when Shuri's, like, depressed and sad, she's, like, proper upset. And then they get to the college, suddenly she's, like, cracking jokes, and it's all lighthearted, and she's, like, having a laugh with everyone. And it's like, you're still mourning, like...
Yeah, but I know, but you got to understand, she's putting on a brave face. She's either putting on a brave face, or she's just trying really hard to actually, like, enjoy herself. Because nobody wants to not get over something. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but I feel like it just didn't come through as that. It just came through as like half the movie. Like in one scene she'd be like upset about her brother, next scene she was like cracking jokes and doing whatever, next scene she's sad again. Like, that's the thing tonally, it just didn't work.
With grief though, it comes in waves, doesn't it? But also I want to take it back to slightly earlier in the film where God, I can't remember the name. Queen of Wakanda.
Yeah.
Shuri's mum.
Queen Mother.
Yeah.
I don't know what her name is either. But...
No, that's just what they call her though. You know when she's doing that big speech to the UN?
Yeah.
And they're saying like Wakanda has to like sacrifice or like give up their like vibranium or share vibranium.
Yeah.
Gives a huge emotional speech. France tries to invade their lab.
But like, France are doing it again.
Yeah, the what are they called? The Okoye is like army. What are they called? The elite warriors.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever they're called, they're sick in that scene. They are so sick in that, and
Were they
her speech? Yeah, they were.
So
they took out French Special Forces. You know, like French Special Forces. What they called? Like GIGN or
reckon
whatever.
I'd spark them out. I reckon.
Huh?
I reckon I'd spark them out.
Just
put me in a room.
Put me in a room with a
You're
couple
not stuck in it. I'm not stuck in it with you. You're stuck in it with me, mate.
Listen,
Bloody-
I'll tell you. After a couple of pints, I could take about.
a couple of pints and a few fags. Yeah, I'm a machine.
After England loses, oh mate.
Oh yes, we're playing them next World Cup as well.
Oh god.
But no, okay. Look, this is my thing as well with the combat. I'm a big fan in films where the combat isn't like, because when it's like almost overly choreographed and they're all doing the flippy spins and like fly kicks and they're like whacking each other around and they're doing like karate and shit. It felt like everyone was doing something, but no one was hitting anyone. Like in the Winter Soldier when they get into a scrap, and Bucky and Steve are just fucking like they're just like
it's brutal,
pummeling each other. I want that. I don't want you doing like 7 backflips and then you just like slap a guy across the face and he's down. Give me you like grabbing him by the collar and like beating his face. Or maybe I'm just violent. I don't know.
No. I don't know. What I will say though,
maybe I've got some tendency
is
to therapy.
If every fight scene is like that, it takes away from the emotion of things like the Civil War scene when all three Tony's up against Captain America and Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that was sick because they were just like fucking.
Yeah, I know, I get it, but the scene where they're taking out at least the Wakandan warriors when they're taking out the French Special Forces, it's not meant to be like particularly emotional. That is just like they're on the job. Do you know what I mean?
Combat is like an emotional. I think it's just you're in a room and you have to fight these guys, so you're gonna like just you surely in your head you're just like, all right, let's break his face. Like, let's do him in.
You've got to. That is the case when you don't know them. But in things like Civil War, when you do know them, it's like these guys, like Tony and Steve. They used to be like friends, you know. And now Tony's been sanctioned by the government to go, beat them up and bring them in. It's not. And you could see he said it out of the film. Like he obviously doesn't want to do it, but he has to because he's now like a war criminal.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
You're slowly changing my opinion, but I'm gonna be stubborn and just not listen to you.
That's fine. We're still at the beginning of the film, mate.
Oh fuck! Here we got so much to go. What else happens? The Ironheart thing.
Okay, so
I disagree with it.
It really annoyed me that Marvel's been doing this a lot recently. They've been doing a lot of the big reveals in the trailers.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was gonna be in it.
So I think like something like that'd have been great to just show in the film.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And it's not like people were going to watch the film for Ironheart. No, people wanted to go see Wakanda Forever. Like Chadwick Boseman's gone. There's going to be a new Black Panther. Who's it going to be? And they showed off who was going to be the Black Panther in the trailers just before the film. Like you could tell it was Shuri,
which is so strange
the little,
to me.
like blaster things that she always uses.
It doesn't make sense to me because the film almost had too much going on because you follow Shuri and her like problems and whatever, and then Okoye loses Shuri to the underwater people, which I like them, but I'll get back to that in a sec. Okoye loses her, so she gets fired, and she's having a rough time, and then the Queen is struggling because her son's dead, her daughter's missing, and this new nation want to go to war with her, and she's struggling as well. And then you also shoehorn in Ironheart, which I don't think they need to do, because she's just there, and she has the suit and things, and like, fine, we get it, you're smart, and you made a suit, and like, good for you, but some of her dialogue just pissed me off. Like,
really?
The Marvel dialogue, like, has always annoyed me a little bit, but it's getting to that, you see TikToks when it's like, if Batman was in the MCU and it's like, he's right behind me.
Oh, yeah.
He's behind me, isn't he? Oh, he's
right behind me, isn't he?
And then it's like, that's so funny, but just a joke. And then they literally say things like that, and Shuri's in a room, she's like, he's right behind me. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Like, you're literally like one of the strongest warriors in the world. Does it matter? No. They shoehorned in Ironheart, which is, I just didn't care about her. Like,
yeah, listen, I know what you mean. I liked that Ironheart was there because, I mean, she's going to have a TV show soon, but they should have done all that intro in the TV show. She wasn't like an integral character to the story.
She didn't need to be there.
It was nice having her there.
but she didn't need to be. And also, I think that's what took away from the film for me, was because I was looking for, in that opening scene, I was looking forward. I was like, this scene's gonna, like, you know, follow Shuri's grief and like how she deals with it, and depression and like mental health, and it's gonna have a big like overarching story of like how you overcome it and how you become the better person and don't let things hold you down. But then within that, you have like 5 other subplots of things going on, and it's so much to keep track of. And then also tonally, like I say again, it's just, if the whole film was Shuri just being sad, not like Batman sad, but like upset, and she's like slowly overcoming it by like learning things, and that would have been good, I think. But they just kind of took away from that to focus on side characters that don't really need any like exploration, I don't think.
I know what you mean.
Am I wrong?
No. I don't think I'm wrong at all. I think because they had to introduce Namor and his race of people in.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I really liked. I liked that because it explains how, like, because obviously in the real world, the like Mayans and the Aztecs just like went missing. And obviously, like, they all died of smallpox and whatever because colonizers and such. And obviously they all just died. But it does explain, like, they just found magic plants and now they're Atlanteans, which they had a good chance to call them Atlanteans and they didn't, and it really annoyed me.
Yeah, I know,
because they should have been. But also,
I think there might have been I don't know for sure, but that could have been like a legal issue with DC.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because isn't like Aquaman from Atlantis or something like that. But I liked that. I liked the underwater city. Was cool. But they did this in, have you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I have, yeah.
So, you know, everyone's complaining with that because the villain, she actually had some quite good points about like the world and how everything's fucked now since the snap. The guy, I can't remember his name. Namor, that's it. He actually had some decent points where he was like, look, humans are humans. We both have like massive reserves of vibranium, the most valuable thing on the planet. They're gonna just take it from us. We need to like team up and like, not, maybe he was wrong. He was like, okay, we need to team up and like defend that. And Shuri was like, yeah, great, we'll do that. We'll like set up defenses and we'll make sure that, you know, we'll be the main distributors of it and no one can get to it and do that and keep it safe and use it for good. And then he was like, nah, but it'd be easy if we just killed them all. And it's like, why have you got to just make him, like, why have you got to shoehorn in that he's just bad? He doesn't really have a reason for it, apart from like his mum died.
Well, I mean, he is an anti-hero. That's the thing. So Namor was the first like Marvel comic ever. Did you know that?
I did not.
It was.
You're
it was the first...
spitting some facts right now that I didn't know.
Namor was the first Marvel comic. I'm 99% sure. I get where he's coming from because obviously he's not had a good experience with humans, because do you not remember when he came back, when he was like a young boy and he killed all those people?
Yeah.
Because that was like the slave traders and stuff. Yeah, and he was like, oh my God, like man is awful. He's just going off of what he's been exposed to, and he is just, as like the leader of his people, he is just trying to protect his people. I kind of get it. And also they introduced mutants.
Yeah,
Namor said he's
a mutant. Yeah, so that sets us up,
which is
nicely.
Is good fun.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that coming into the MCU.
Yeah, definitely, that'll be good because was that Deadpool 3 trailer with Hugh Jackman?
Well, the trailer's not there, but the announcement.
Yeah, the announcement
that was good.
You know Hugh Jackman. You know he changed his last name
to what?
You know his last name used to be Janus.
Dickhead. It's not happening.
Say it. No. Say it, Jude. Please.
What's his name used to be Hugh Janus?
You said Hugh Janus.
Dickhead.
Oh god, you're doing funny. Okay. My main thing, the set pieces were not good. I didn't like them because so you go to this like underwater city, which looked cool. It all looked like kind of copy and paste, and there's obviously an argument of like the CGI artists from Marvel have been like just abused and underpaid and they're not having a great time, which is fine, and you know, like whatever. Well, I mean, it's not fine they're being abused, but the fact that it looks like a little bit copy and paste fair enough.
What, like the CGI and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that city. But
CGI has not been good recently. Like,
there's reasons for it, though.
There is reasons for it. I mean, like, they're hugely underpaid and they're
overworked massively.
They're making them work ridiculous hours. You know, they just don't have the budget to make it look good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have the budget all the time.
But so this underwater city looks cool, right? It looks sick. Wakanda, we don't see a lot of it. And what's annoying about Wakanda is that, so we go to 3 or 4 main locations in Wakanda. We have the throne room, where they're talking about stuff and the politics and whatnot. You have Shuri's lab, and then you have, like, the city. But we only see, like... So there's a scene in the film where the Atlanteans, I'm going to call them that, fuck it, they come and invade Wakanda through that, like, river canal. And they come up, and we see they have a bit of a scrap, like, by the docks. And then there's also a separate scrap in the throne room. And there's no sense of how far apart these things are, how close they are to, like, you know, these battles are happening at the same time. They're meant to have, like, a connection, but it doesn't feel connected at all. Whereas, like, you look at Infinity War, and they're like, okay, we've got Vision up in the throne room. He's safe. We got the city, we got the fields. We'll fight in the field, and in all those big fight scenes, you can see, like, the throne room in the background. And every like couple of seconds, those aliens get a bit closer, and you're like, oh shit, they're gonna do it. Like, they're getting closer. There's no, like, they're just separate fights, and there's no connection of, like, the space. Does that make sense? Am I just waffling? There's no, like...
I kind of get what you mean.
I didn't feel like there was any sense of, like, space or dimension to any of it. They were just separate sets and separate rooms. And also, the 2 final fights also annoyed me, because you had the big underwater city, and Wakanda go like, oh yeah, we're gonna take the fight to them. We're gonna show them who's boss. And instead of, like, developing 6 suits for everyone to go underwater and have, like, a big underwater battle in this massive filled city where there's loads of stuff going on, they just have, like, a plain black boat which looks like a CSGO untextured, like, mod, and they're all just on top of the boat, and they just fight on top of on this platform, and then there's just bland water around them. And they, like, if they went in the boat, there's, like, levels and there's different areas and whatever, but they didn't. There's just this plain flat boat, and they're all just on top, like, doing spinny kicks and whatever, and it looks like everyone's fighting each other, but it looks like no one's hitting each other.
Yeah,
like,
so...
Is that...
What I do want to say about the boat is the boat kind of annoyed me, and I was thinking, because this futuristic civilization like Wakanda, you'd have thought that they'd have some sort of, like, massively advanced battleship, you know?
Yeah.
I understand it's probably more of, like, a futuristic take on, like, a traditional boat from whatever it's based on, you know? It's not a practical looking boat at all, because I don't even know if there was, like, an inside or anything. I bet there probably wasn't, because everyone's just on top. Everyone's on top.
And what annoying as well, you get Ironheart in that scene, and she's flying around, she's shooting people, and then towards the end, when it looks like they're about to lose, they're all, like, shields up on the edge of the boat, like, trying to fend them off. Ironheart, her arms are 2 massive plasma cannons.
Yeah.
And she just doesn't shoot anyone. She just stood there, like, waving her arm around, and then it's like, oh, get back, I'm warning you. Like, just fucking shoot them. You developed this suit for a reason. You were using them 5 minutes ago. Have a shot. And then also, as well, you get the big final fight between, wasn't Namor?
Yeah, Namor.
Namor and Shuri. And again, nothing fun going on. They're just in a desert with no, like, background or textures or anything cool.
Do you know why, though? Do you know why?
Because obviously she needs to dry him out because he's a waterman, so he can't use his powers.
Yeah.
Which I get. But then, like, take me to, like, on top of a really high up sand dune and, like, have the sun setting and, like, make it look really cinematic. They were just, like, on a bit of a beach. Okay, with some rubble
from a cinematic point of view, I understand what you're saying. From a cinematography standpoint, I completely understand what you're saying. But you can't lie. There was a very big arc for Shuri there. Like, she had. So do you not remember? So when she had the Black Panther, the synthetic Black Panther plant, she spoke to. You'd have thought she'd speak to her mother or something. She spoke to Killmonger.
Yeah.
And Killmonger was basically saying, just, like, basically be bad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But she...
Revenge good.
Yeah, revenge good. Don't listen to anyone else. I was right. Anyway,
which you kind of was, I think.
I don't think so. But I mean, I understand his motivations, but you gotta think of like everyone else, like who's he affecting and stuff. Like it's the classic like villain type thing. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so she then she was gonna give in to all the revenge stuff. Do you not remember when she was talking to M'Baku and she was like, I'm gonna kill this guy. Like like he's dead, and M'Baku was like, don't do that.
Yeah,
love M'Baku, by the way. Love him.
He got like a vibranium, like, I don't know what his weapon's called. It's like a stick with a really heavy ball on the end.
I know what you're talking about. I had one in Battlefield 1.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sick.
Wasn't made of vibranium though.
Ah, shit. Oh, also, this is my theory. I want to hear your thoughts on my theory here.
Okay, tell me.
So so obviously in the first one, they give the Black Panther serum to whoever's worthy, basically.
It's whoever bests someone in that fight.
In that fight on the waterfall, because, you know, it proves that they're like the strongest warrior and then they're worthy of like these powers and they're disciplined and whatever. Shuri doesn't do the battle thing. She just makes her own. And therefore, I think that's why she didn't talk to her mum. She spoke to Killmonger, because Killmonger technically wasn't worthy either. He didn't have good intentions. He was like going to use it for evil, and she's drinking it with the intention of like just snapping this guy's neck. And that's why she chooses the Killmonger like gold style suit, because she's not like her brother. Well, at the time she wasn't like her brother, because she wasn't like worthy. She didn't earn it. She just made it in a lab with the intention of killing this dude. And I think that's why she spoke to Killmonger instead of her mum.
I think that is a fair theory.
When I walked out the cinema and I said that to my girlfriend, and I felt so clever. I was like, yeah, I've come up with a good film theory. That's good. No one else picked up on that, but I did.
I think that's a completely fair thing to say, especially because listen, I understand that, but also from her point of view, Wakanda is looking for a Black Panther. It's mentioned over and over again throughout the film. They're without a Black Panther, and everyone's saying that like Wakanda's defenseless without the Black Panther. Do you know what I mean? Let's talk about the final battle scene. When she's going like, oh, like, am I going to kill him or am I not? That was actually very good, because even like Namor, like he was worried. Yeah. Even when he went back to like at the very end, when he went back to his army and stuff, there's like he was like back in Atlantis in inverted commas. Yeah. He's like talking to his like head of
and he's like,
battle.
Oh, she had every reason to kill me,
but she didn't,
and that makes her like fucking scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like she can control herself. Yeah. And so if she wanted to, she would have like ripped my head off. But yeah. I feel like the ending was fine. Like because obviously his Namor's main idea is we got like wage war on the world to defend the vibranium, and Shuri's like, no, we'll just defend if they attack us. But they come to the conclusion, isn't it, that like they just won't like annoy each other and they'll just do whatever they want to do, and like the world, because the world still doesn't know about, in inverted commas, Atlantis yet. So like they're safe. It's only Wakanda. So Shuri's like, look, we won't tell anyone about you. You don't tell anyone about. Oh, we won't tell anyone about you. Oh, you're vibranium. Just like fuck off and
leave us alone.
And he just goes, yeah, all right, sounds good, mate. Yeah, I'll just sound lads. Yeah, saved you.
Yeah, I think it is a good ending.
It didn't get anywhere though.
It did.
Nothing changed.
They achieved the goal. Thing is though, it's just another film that kind of follows the classic Marvel formula.
It just fell flat.
Did you watch the end credit scene?
No, I left.
You didn't?
I couldn't be asked.
Do you want me to tell you what happened?
Yeah, go on.
So Shuri goes to but I can't remember. Do you remember T'Challa's girlfriend?
Yeah.
She goes to wherever she's living. I can't remember where it was.
Oh, what, and burns the robes.
The funeral robes.
Yeah.
Burns those. Then, so that was the mid-credit scene, I think. Or was that the ending?
That was just at the end.
That was the ending. And then it's either mid-credit or end credit, whatever it is. She comes down, T'Challa's girlfriend, with a little boy and goes, "This is T'Challa's son."
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's called like well, his name is T'Challa. He's T'Challa Jr.
T'Challa 2 Electric Boogaloo.
And I tried to have a look. I don't know if his name's Toussaint.
Makes sense because they're in a French. Where do they go? It was like
it's a French-speaking country.
Tahiti. No, Haiti. Is it called Haiti? I know it's that, but I know how to spell it, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Haiti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where she is, Haiti,
Yeah,
isn't it? Okay, so he doesn't actually have a son in... Or he does. He's got a son with Storm in the comics, and he's got, like, powers, but I don't know what they're going to do with this one, whether he's going to... I mean, it's going to be a while, because he's a little boy. He's a small kid.
Tiny man.
He's
but do you reckon, though, he's, like, born with, like, the powers?
See, maybe.
And then it's going to be, like, Shuri, like, teaching him to control his anger and not... like kill people on a whim. Just because you have the power of a god doesn't mean you should kill gods.
Yeah, see, so
got a war reference there for you.
Exactly, yeah. So I wonder if they'll do like a time jump and get a new actor.
Yeah.
To play him as like a teenager or whatever, and then he becomes the new Black Panther or something.
Yeah.
Although I don't think so. Maybe something will happen to Shuri. I really don't know. I doubt they'll kill off the whole.
They basically
royal
did.
Bloodline.
They almost did.
Shuri's all that's left now, isn't she?
She's got to find a man's.
See, what I didn't find out, I didn't see why is she never, because Shuri's now the queen, obviously, she didn't reinstate Okoye because she was, because Okoye got...
I swear she did at the end.
I don't think she did. It might have been just a thing where Okoye just didn't want to go back.
now I'm happy now. Like,
Dora Milaje, that's what they're called.
Dora Milaje, yeah.
Bugger me, that was really annoying.
That's annoying. You gotta stay awake at night thinking about that.
I really was.
How do you spell it?
I don't know.
Dyslexia just kicks in.
Yeah, shut up. I was gonna get you with a good one a second ago.
What?
I was gonna say who's in Paris.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Two white guys on a podcast. It's one thing we're not allowed to do.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. Get in serious trouble for that. Obviously we know that.
Obviously we know. We would never. But yeah, that's... I'm still not convinced. All the points that I've given the reasons why it was bad, and you've just given the reasons why it was good.
Obviously, we've still got our own opinions. If we come to one final mutual opinion, the film was...
Also, okay,
a little more than mid.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay.
Okay, so I listen to this podcast. I'm a podcast man, Jude.
Yeah, I know.
This is a podcast called The Weekly Planet where they talk movies and comics and TV shows. Mm-hmm. And whenever they rate a film... they have this rating system. It's called worst movie ever or best movie ever, because they know that if you rate it somewhere in the middle, then the internet will just be annoyed at you for like sitting on the fence. So you have to call it like what's worst or best. And obviously we can't plagiarize and copy them, but we need to come up with like a movie rating system where it's like just either it's shit or it's like really fucking good. So I don't know what we can... Mid or not. But yeah... I don't know. I'll figure it out later. I thought it was bad.
I thought it was good.
But actually, you know what? No,
I left that film and I thought to myself, I enjoyed that.
I'm listening to your points. I've taken them on board. I thought about them. I'm gonna up it. I'm gonna up my. It's still not good. But it was fine. Like, nothing special happened. Nothing important to me happened. Nothing really resonated. It was just fine. It wasn't... The thing that annoyed me was that it just wasn't much fun, I didn't think. But it was okay. I
thought it was good fun. I think it was a really nice... It gave me closure on the...
T'Challa front.
On the T'Challa front. I got closure from it, and I think that was really the main purpose of the film. It was closure for everyone.
Yeah, but...
And it did exactly that.
Did it need to take, 2 hours and multiple shit fight scenes to get there?
It was long. I think it was 2.5 hours.
Oh, it was so long. I was gonna go home and... Because I agreed. It was after we beat Senegal, and I was out with the leads. What a pish with the boys. And then, like an idiot, I messaged my girlfriend and was like, can I come over to see you? I want to see you.
Yeah.
I walked 40 minutes to our house from the pub.
You bloody simp.
And then I got there and I just laid in bed, when you get the spins, you're trying to go to sleep. Mm-hmm. And I was falling asleep. And she was like, hey, do you want to go see Black Panther 2 tomorrow? And I just went, yeah, babe, sure, whatever, man. Whatever. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, fuck, I got to get up and be productive and make some YouTube videos or make something, do something in my life. And I got ready to go and she was like, oh, where you going? I'm like, I'm going to shoot off and and she was like, "Oh, I thought we were going to see Black Panther," and I was like, "Oh, it'd only be like an hour and a half. Like, yeah, I'll squeeze it in my tight, busy schedule." And we went, and we got there at like 3:30. I didn't get home until like 7:00 because it was just so long, and I was like, "Damn, the day's like gone." Like, it's dark outside now.
Yeah.
Like,
see, I think I probably went at about 8ish or something, and I got home late. So I was planning for it to be a late one anyway.
yeah.
I walked out of it and I had a good time. You know, I had a really nice walk back to my car, thinking about the film. You know, just
The thing is that
talking about it to myself.
I like left halfway through to go for a wee, and I messaged you in the toilet and was like, you lied to me. Because I messaged you as I was walking in, like, "Oh, what, like, do you think the film was good?" And you were like, "Yeah, man, it's sick. Like, you'll really like it." And then I left and I was like, "Fuck, Jude.
I loved it.
You lied to me."
I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it.
That's the beauty of opinions. But you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're just wrong. Nah, it was fine. Like, I wouldn't watch it again willingly.
Mm-hmm.
But if I actually, no, that's a lie. Even if I got home like really pissed and it was on TV and I still wouldn't sit and watch it. I'd switch it off.
I would watch. I think I would happily watch it again when it comes on Disney Plus. I'll watch it again.
Nah, not happening.
What did you think of Thor: Love and Thunder?
I have not seen that yet.
I thought it was brilliant. CGI is a bit arse.
Again,
Christian Bale as Gore, brilliant.
I saw all the reviews, and I was like, I don't care. Like it, I feel really bad because I just don't care about Marvel anymore. Like, Endgame was fine. I have to leave it at that. And also, I think, man, am I just getting old? Like, am I just becoming an old grumpy man?
Just wait till Ant-Man and the Wasp
comes
out.
That does look good.
Have you seen the trailer for it?
Yeah.
Have you also seen the trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
Yes.
Oh, mate. But Guardians of the Galaxy is my favourite.
Yeah. Oh, did you watch
I
the
love
Christmas special?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good fun.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Christmas special, right? It was so stupid. Like, nothing made a lot of sense, and you could obviously tell it was like a short little production. The sets were fine, like everything was fine, but it was funny and a decent enough story that was like well rounded off, and it added a bit to the characters that we know, and it was good fun, and I enjoyed it. I wouldn't be like, "Oh man, I really need to watch that Christmas special again," but 40 minutes
as a one-off.
Yeah,
it was not. I didn't come away from it.
Also,
unhappy.
I think as well, it knew that it was. Have you seen the there's clips of the Muppets Christmas special from like the 90s, and they get all the Star Wars cast on, and it's like super tongue-in-cheek, and they're like cracking jokes. It was kind of like that, where like they knew it was a bit silly and stupid, and they were self-aware about it, so they just ran with it, and it was fine. Like, it was self-aware humor, and I enjoyed it. But I just
they also had the little Christmas song at the beginning.
The song at the beginning, that was good.
Actually kind of banging.
Also, when they get to LA and they're walking along like the boulevard, they play a Christmas song called "Is This Christmas" by the Wombats, who were like
it's the Wombats,
one of my favorite indie bands.
I was thinking it was the Wombats,
and I never know anyone who like knows or likes that Christmas song other than me. And then they had it in a Disney production. I literally like got up and was like, that's the Wombat song. Oh my god! Like, because actually before we started watching it, I said to my girlfriend, I was like, like, I need to. Have you listened to this Wombats Christmas song? It's really good. And we played it, and she was like, it's all right. And then it came on, and I was like, oh, holy shit! No way! That's so cool. Yeah, mad.
It was good fun though. Have you seen do you know anything about the Addams Family?
Oh, like the Wednesday thing that's out.
Have you watched Wednesday?
I have not.
That's your
my homework.
Your homework for next week.
Next week,
because it's really good. That one is very good.
I am working my way through. Have you watched Andor on Disney Plus?
I can't do it. I think
really?
I really just like Star Wars for the lightsabers.
Nah, I think it's cool because it's like scumbags. Like, they swear and they kill people, and like it's like violent, and it's like politics. It's like quite adult Star Wars. But I agree, it would be cool to see some lightsabers.
Having said that, I did like Book of Boba Fett.
I haven't watched that. Mandalorian was good.
Mandalorian, very good.
But that was also because lightsabers and things.
Is season 2 out? Season 2 is out. Season 3 we're waiting.
Have you not watched season 2?
No, I have, yeah.
So you know about like Ahsoka and Luke. Yeah. So like lightsabers and stuff, and cool.
Yeah.
But
it's really that is another really fun series. I love that stuff though. Wednesday though.
Is it like dark or is it like fun? I've never watched the Addams Family.
It's dark.
Oh, okay.
It's dark, a little bit. It's not crazy gory. It's a little bit gory though. It's just a good TV show. You know, it's not like kids TV show either. It's like, I think it's like a 15 or something. Yeah. So they're swearing. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. So my homework is Wednesday.
You got to watch Wednesday.
Your homework I'm going to give to you. What's something I've watched? What haven't you watched? You watch a lot. I don't watch anything.
I watch tons of stuff.
This is difficult because I really don't like films. I like games more than I like films.
Yeah, true.
What can I get you to watch that I've seen? Oh yeah, watch Inside Job.
Okay.
On Netflix. That's really fun. It's like 2 seasons, just fun animated bullshit. Yeah, it's good. It's like Rick and Morty style, but not as like annoying. Yeah. I'm a bit sick of Rick and Morty now.
I like Rick and Morty, but I think it's getting a bit played out.
It's getting a bit like done. Yeah. But yeah, no. Okay, so you'll watch Inside Job. I'll watch Wednesday. Next time we're on the show together, because I don't know if this is going to be like a weekly. I want it to be weekly. Depends how lazy I am. I also don't know if you'll be on here weekly because you're like, again,
I'm a busy guy.
You have like a life and things, and I don't. I'm about to sit until like 4 a.m, like editing all this together.
Oh mate, I'm going to bed at like, what time's it now?
Oh, it's like 7:30.
Oh, I'm going to bed at like probably like 11:30.
Bro, my sleep schedule is so bad because like I work in a bar, and so I finish normally at like midnight, 1 a.m, get home at like 2 because it's like up in town, and then I like have to make myself dinner and whatnot. I don't get into bed till like 3, don't fall asleep till 4, and then wake up at like 1. That is my life at the moment. I don't see any sunlight 'cause it's winter at the moment as well. So I get like an hour of sunlight a day.
Yeah, so on my Saturday shift, I start at 7.
Yeah.
It's pitch black on my way to work. And then I finish at 3 and the sun's starting to set. It's so depressing. Today I did 7:12 and it was nice because the sun was still up, like.
Yeah.
But it felt like the morning when I finished because it was so like it's so cold at the moment. It feels like everything's like.
That's what I woke up today
air.
And it was like really crisp and clear outside. You know, it was like crisp, clear winter mornings. You're like, yeah. And I'm like, it's got to be pretty early because it's like so bright outside and like nice. And it was like 1:30, and I was like, shit, I gotta do things.
I've got to get my shit together today.
Yeah, I gotta change my life around. I'm gonna watch that TikTok guy about like hustling university. You know, not Andrew Tate.
No, I was gonna say
the one in New York with a beard. I don't know what his name is. I'll send them to you.
Oh god, I thought you were talking about Gary V then.
Who's Gary V?
You never heard of Gary V?
No.
Gary V is like the original Andrew Tate.
Oh,
but like he's not Andrew Tate, do you know what I mean? Like he's like,
well, not prick. Like
he's not really a prick, no. Gary V's like he's just another one of like the self-help guys. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to. That's what I do for like motivation in like 4 a.m. is I'll watch like motivational videos, and then I'm like, shit, man, I need to like turn my life around and wake up and do things, and then it gets like 3 p.m, and I'm like, oh, PlayStation seems pretty good right about now.
Ever seen? Oh god, I'm trying to think of his name. I feel like it's like Tim Robinson or something.
I think that's it. His name.
There's a guy. He's got like a goatee.
Yeah, that's the guy on.
Have you seen the guy on TikTok that does the imitations of him? He goes like the impressions of him. He goes like, when I was 4 years old, I was forced to swim from America to the UK just to get a little bit of food. I had to do that every day.
Just to go to school every day. I had to swim. I had to cross the Rockies every morning, man.
I had to find an alligator.
I sleep for 30 minutes a day, and I wake up, I do 2,000 push-ups, and then I study the stock market for 17 hours, and then I do 12 hours of gym. I get really buff. Yeah, that's going to be me. I don't know how we got onto this topic. We were talking about
Black Panther.
Now we're on this.
God.
But we have been recording for like over an hour.
Yeah.
And this is going to take a while to edit down. So do you want to wrap up the very first episode of Odd Socks here?
Okay, so conclusion. Black Panther was good. Ben's fully convinced.
Black Panther was fine. Go and see it if you want. I wouldn't recommend, but if you like the sound of Jude's voice more than you like the sound of mine, which I'm sure most of you do, then yeah, go and see it. Or I'll tell you what. Rating system. I'd wait until it comes out on streaming.
Okay.
I'd wait until Disney Plus. I wouldn't pay like 12, 13 quid to go and see it.
If you haven't seen it already.
If you haven't seen it, just wait until, unless you really are desperate to go. Maybe if you've got like young kids, take them because they'll enjoy it, because They're probably idiots.
They won't understand it though.
Yeah, but that's the point. You're not meant to understand. It's like a Marvel film. They're just punching people and doing things.
Yeah.
So, like, I think, like, little kids would enjoy it, but if you're just, like, sat at home with nothing to do, wait till it's on streaming. Is that a fair rating?
I think that's fair.
Yeah? Alright. We got so sidetracked on a lot of stuff. We just waffled for, like, an hour.
Dear God.
Yeah, halfway through, the camera broke, so there won't be any footage for this one. I'm going to have a word with my producer about this, because this is not... It's not on, really.
This is just not okay.
But it does mean that I can, like, take my time to figure it out next time for next week.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll see you again next week. Maybe, maybe not. It depends on how busy you are.
We'll have to look at my schedule.
I'll definitely be here, considering this is my show and we're in my room.
It's your house.
It is my house. I do own it. I do the mortgage, yeah. I'm a working man. But yeah, wait till Black Panther's on streaming. Thank you all for listening. Appreciate it. Hope it went all right. We'll hopefully iron out all the kinks and stuff as the episodes go on. I'm doing my best, guys. I'm really trying. Just bear with me, all right? Jude, you got anything you wanna plug? Anything you want to shout out?
Not yet.
Not yet.
When it's ready.
When it's ready.
When it's ready.
Is it you teasing us? This is a post-credits teaser.
I love a little teaser.
A little tease.
When it's ready.
Little tease, Jude. God.
Yeah, what can I say?
I haven't even set up like an Instagram account or anything for this. I'm sure I'll leave like an Instagram link and a Gmail link in the description of this video
because they can watch it on Gmail.
So you can watch it on Gmail. I'll email it to everyone on the planet who has internet connection. But no, I'll set up some links. I'll put them in the description. I haven't worked them out yet because I don't know. They'll probably be like just at oddsockspod at Gmail and at @oddsockс_pod at Instagram or something like that.
Yeah.
So email us in, DM us for any suggestions, anything you want us to talk about, any ideas, because honestly I feel like after 2 episodes my creativity is just going to flop and I'm going to be sat here talking about
absolute waffle.
Yeah, just random bullshit.
I mean, there's new stuff happening every week.
No, there's got to be, but that requires research and work and I don't want to do that, man.
Oh,
but
God.
I got to if I want to be a hustler and make loads of money.
Yeah, you need to go to Hustlers University, mate.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to get in contact with us, check the links in the description of the video. Hopefully, this will be up on like Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that, all streaming platforms soon. I'll definitely get it up on YouTube first, but I need to figure out how to do it on Spotify. Because again, I've done no research into this. I'm just doing this on a whim. But as soon as it's up on streaming platforms, I will let everyone know, including your parents, Jude, so they can listen to this conversation that we just had and judge you.
They don't want to know about this.
I reckon they'll get some kick out of it. I reckon. But yeah, thank you all for listening. Follow us on those things and whatever. You can also follow my personal YouTube. I think it's just at Benbow on YouTube. I upload sometimes on there, just random bullshit. If you're interested, I'm doing a series of vlogs at the moment where when I went to France, there's little videos. They're quite right, I reckon. Have you watched any of those? Say yes, please, Jude.
And since we've gotten so big, after this one episode, we'll have a face reveal coming out.
Face reveal. I reckon like this episode will get like 10 views, and everyone will tune out after like 10 seconds.
I think you mean 10 milli.
10 milli.
10 milli.
Yeah, everyone's gonna go Odd Socks. What's that? And then whoosh, we got an audience.
10 milli vanilli.
Milli vanilli. But yeah, that's all from us here at Odd Socks Studios, aka my bedroom. For now, I might have to get a studio. I'm thinking, I'm getting way ahead of myself. In my head, I'm like, I'm going to get all these people on. I'm going to rent out a studio. Going to get a neon sign in the back. It's going to be sick. Going to get a mini fridge.
Odd socks and neon.
Odd socks and neon. But yeah, I'm going to get ahead of myself. This is the first episode, so thank you for listening. We fumbled our way through it, but we got there in the end. This outro is way too long. Jude, thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
That's all right.
And hopefully we'll hear your lovely voice again when you're next on, whether that's a week or a year or a month or never. But you'll definitely be back because I'll hold you at gunpoint again and tell you to do it.
Okay.
Yeah? Yeah, fucking come back on the show next week. Do it now. All right. Cheers, guys. We'll catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.